What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and you are live here for Nerd and the Jerk, the show that boldly goes where no fat people have ever gone before and said, hey, where are the cookies and shit? As always, I'm joined by my good friend, my buddy, the jowly jester himself, legendary comedian, Jake Link. What's going on, buddy?
Going where no fat person has ever gone before, like the salad bar.
That's right. A dietitian.
Yeah. The gym. You know,
we can go on and on here, people.
Yeah. The Gap.
That's right.
That's the one thing that sucks about being fat is just shopping for clothes.
It is not an easy thing because
sometimes it's just you get a generic gray shirt.
Yes, if you're lucky, and it always has a stupid pocket in it. And you're like, I don't want a fucking pocket. I don't want a pocket. Why do I have to have a pocket? No. And then it's like, if you do find a store that has stuff for you, you get that look like the big and tall section is over there, asshole.
I always tell them I'm there because I'm tall.
I'm just tall sideways.
Yeah.
Sideways
just short
tall. How you doing, man? It's been 2 weeks since we talked. A lot of things have happened. There is so much going on. Unfortunately, not all great, but we got a lot to get to.
Yeah.
How's the Jake Link life been the last 2 weeks?
Jake Link life has been all right. Just doing the dad thing, working.
Apparently joining a white supremacy group, judging by that haircut.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just I got some new neighbors, and I just thought it was just time to let them know that I mean business.
Yeah, that's right. Just let them know what's what. I don't blame you. Sometimes you got to make a statement.
I'm Edward Norton them and fucking. You see this? This means not welcome.
That's right. What's really great about it is seeing you. It's like it brings me back to my basic training days. And by the way, it's a happy 241st birthday to the United States Army today, which is kind of perfect because you remind me of, like, you look around on the bus when you're on your way to basic training. You look like the guy. You're like, yeah, he's probably not gonna make it through.
Well, yeah, I guess I have the whole Gomer Pyle fucking the Full Metal Jacket look.
You do
a whole world of shit.
He might kill somebody. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You know what? The beard. I was getting tired of the beard. Every time, this is a fat guy problem. Every time I ate ice cream, my mustache got sticky.
See, you don't look at that as like an advantage. That's the flavor saver, you know?
No, it just got really sticky, and I'd have to like wash my face with like a hot towel, like after I got done. And I'm like, this is like I just said to the barber, just shave it off, shave off all the hair on my face, and just bring it down because it's getting hot.
See, this is your problem. I just figured it out. You don't have a hipster barber. See, I have a hipster barber, and he would not let me. He was so mad when he saw that I had shaved off everything but a goatee because I can't manscape for shit. He was so upset at me. He's like, but Dave, how can one live without a beard? I'm like, you have a really good fucking point. You have a really good fucking point. Because how can one live without a glorious beard? I don't know. I feel more complete now that it's coming back in.
Well, you know what? It's funny because I went for the haircut. My wife didn't expect me to just come back home looking like a 10-year-old lesbian. Yeah.
Which is always fun. Just change things up a bit sometimes.
Yeah. It's just, that's kind of, and I'm like, but I'm like, she's like, I wish you kind of kept a beard. I'm like, yeah, I know, but.
Which is wife speak for cut the fucking beard.
Joseph Blunt said, in all fairness, the beard change, at least we can tell you two apart.
Yeah, I saw that. I was about to hit it too. Yeah, because it's true. It's like, oh, well, now we got that going for us.
I did it for the show, okay?
That's right.
I did it for the show.
That's right. No, it's very, very true. He's like, only fucking around. No, you hit a very valid point. No,
because Dave was looking at my screen thinking it was him.
Yes. I was getting confused because we got to remember I'm not very smart, so I need every advantage that I can get. He's not even blind, folks. He wears the glasses for my fucking benefit. It's all a work. It's all.
You know what? I could actually do the show without the glasses.
Oh no!
Is that what? What do I look like? Millhouse now?
Dave?
Dave?
Dave from 12 years ago?
12-year-old Dave?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's about my weight at 12 years old. By the way, before we get into the big elephant in the room, which we will get into in just a moment, it's funny we brought up weight because it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me on Wednesday, which is weigh-in Wednesday. That means I'm just a few hours away from my second weigh-in on my new diet, which we haven't had a chance to talk about yet because I started it in midweek of our Nerd and the Jerk
of our bi-weekly show.
Of our bi-weekly, yes. And
that's not all that's bi.
That's apparently. You know that silence where we're just both wondering, should we call the other one gay a little? I don't know. Maybe we should.
There's a lot of gay chicken on this show.
There is a lot of gay chicken, yes.
Yeah, a lot of that, a lot of, will they or won't they sometimes,
You just never know if Lionel Richie is just going to start blasting through the fucking airwaves and we just start making out at any moment.
We're going to just start kissing our cameras and and it's just going to be a thing. My wife's going to walk in. His wife's going to walk in.
Only one of them will care, and that'll be it.
Does your wife yell at you in German?
She yells at me in whatever she thinks will be effective. German, I'll just laugh. When she yells at me in English, it's funny because I know she'll always fuck it up. And when she yells, when she really gets going, she takes deep breaths, and she always calls me you asshole. I'm like, I'm an asshole. That's fit.
What is she, Italian?
So cute.
You asshole.
You asshole. It's so cute. So it's good stuff. Yeah, so I got my weigh-in tomorrow, and so that means this is day 9 of the diet. Have not broken even a little. Like I haven't even sniffed sugar. Like my daily bump of fucking pixie sticks is done too. I mean, I was hitting the pixie sticks hard. Some people like to eat them. I like to snort them, but that's just me.
They still make them pixie sticks?
Nah, I have no idea. I was using it as a gaff there.
Yeah, I know. I get you, but I was just they make them.
I have no idea if they're still in production. Probably not. Those things will kill you. It's like diabetes in a fucking tube. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. So we'll be having a video with my shirt off and all looking all fat and ripply later. That'll be fun.
And if you pay for RedTube bread,
RedTube, that's a porn site.
That's a porn. If you pay for YouTube Red, you can see Dave without his pants on.
Oh, that's a different story altogether.
That's right. You watch that Nerd and the Jerk.
Yeah, it takes on a whole new meaning. Whole new meaning. Yeah. For those of you guys who know, we like to have a good time on the show, and it's when there's a major story in the world, we got to cover it too. It's impossible to do anything.
I always said to Dave, I like to keep it light and just do things that are funny, but but it could be tragic, but yet funny. But in this case, like, I think us as people that broadcast, I think it would be, I'm not trying to say it's our civic duty, but I just feel like this has to be something that had to be brought up right away. But we're still gonna have fun with the show, and
absolutely.
And I think everybody knows where we're going. It's obviously Ireland losing, and no, I'm kidding. No.
It's rough whenever you have to start a sentence with and the new largest mass shooting in American history. It's never an easy thing to transition into. It's never an easy thing to talk about. But I mean, it took over the Tony Awards. It took over all of late night. No matter what type of show you're doing, you have to reference it. It's one of those big things. Of course, I'm talking about the Orlando shootings that happened over the weekend. I believe the death toll was lowered to 49. I believe.
I don't understand. That's one thing that gets me is they went from 20 to 50.
Yeah, now it's back to 49. I don't know. It's weird.
49. It's too round of a number.
Yeah, it's a big jump. It's weird, but regardless, around 50 people are unfortunately in the ground.
Yeah.
Another 53 in the hospital. There was a huge blood shortage in Orlando. I mean, it was really bad.
They're actually turning people. They're actually turning people away now because they have so much blood.
Well, it's amazing what people will do in the face of a tragedy. I mean, we might be a terrible civilization like most of the time, but I always, whenever there's a really nasty thing that happens, like the Boston bombings and those pictures of people running towards the blast to go help people, or when 9/11, you see all the goddamn firefighters and police officers and everybody lost their lives who were rushed. I know it was their job, but I mean, Jesus, heroism is not
just going down. Yeah, people definitely show up when.
When it matters most.
When it matters. I think people could just put their differences aside. I remember in high school, we were doing political cartoons. It was right after 9/11. And one of the political cartoons was they showed a black guy and a white guy, cleaning up all this rubble. And it actually, the two said to each other in the cartoon bubble, said, "What were we fighting about again?"
Yeah. No. And this is
then they showed a Muslim guy in the next one and said, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Yeah, I forgot. That's right. Now I remember. That was like a year later. So they just started picking up their fights again. But it's pretty awful. Because this is one of those situations. I mean, because it's so topical because of everything, all the LGBT controversies that are happening. You got laws that are about transgender stuff. You got all these things. It's very, very topical that almost morbidly appropriate that this mass shooting happened in a gay club where, I mean, you want to talk about focus on America.
All you would need is a gorilla there and we just have everything tied in.
Exactly. I mean, really, it's like a little kid falling into a pit, and it's just Chewbacca.
Yeah, a little kid falling into a gay club full of gorillas.
Yes,
and it would just be everything from 2016.
Basically, and then Chewbacca mom just laughing over maniacally. I mean, that would have been it. It's awful.
And also a guy who sells sandwiches trying to fuck the kid.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, really, that's a really good Jared reference. That's a good pull. This is why he's here, folks. That is fucking brilliant what he just did. I'm sorry. It was crass, but fucking brilliant. That's a great line. I'm acknowledging that.
I don't know how the hell we've talked about this tragedy and I just managed to bring up pedophilia.
Because we're awful. We're terrible human beings. That's basically how.
So, I mean, the one thing I got a call Sunday morning from one of my good friends I did stand up with, whatever you want to say. He calls me up. He goes, "Hey Jake," I go, "What's up?" He goes, "I just wanted to make sure you were okay." I go, what happened? He goes, "Well, that shooting happened at one of your clubs and just wanted to make sure." Yeah. So I mean, he was just fucking around with me.
Well, you can't even blame him for it. You can't even blame.
I laughed.
Yeah. Which was probably a very comforting thing. I mean, a laughter at the most tragic times can sometimes be the difference between getting through the day and not. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And this is one of those things that it's so fucking awful. I mean, a dance club, Jake. Jimmy Fallon said it best. A dance club. I mean, church is one thing. That's somber. Church is somber. Fucking schools. Who wants to be in school? But this is a fucking dance club, man. People went there to shake their asses and have a good time. Drink beer, drink liquor, hook up. And they're getting fucking popped. I mean, I could deal with guns in church, but for some reason, I really have a problem with guns in dance clubs. It bugs the shit out of me. That might be something fundamentally wrong with me, but
so does Plexico Burris has a problem with guns in dance.
But
I know. Trust me.
You know what I mean?
I was just saying to my wife before I went on. I go, the one thing that scares me is, I'm loosely connected with the LBGT community because I did Rocky Horror, and God forbid one of these nutcases went to their show, and
God.
and then they just pulled something like this because the guy did live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
At one point, his ex-wife lives in the next town over from me.
Oh my God.
It's in Edison, New Jersey. So
there's so many things that are coming out, and that would have been horrific. It's something you have to worry about too. I mean,
yeah, it is. But you know what? I was just saying to my wife, I'm like, but what are you supposed to do? You're just supposed to stay in your house all day and just wait for people to or no, you just live with your life and hope that such a tragedy won't happen.
Yeah, you have to hope it doesn't befall you. You can dodge the bullets, that's all, whatever the case may be.
I mean, it's really, really is a tragedy, and it's definitely making all these religious nuts are now coming out about it.
Yeah.
Gays, this is God's work. God's work was a Muslim.
Right.
You guys hate Muslims, all you Christians.
You're supposed to be, but no, I mean, because there's always going to be the agenda. There's always going to be people who are going to use this for their agenda. It's just the way of the world. And now, look, a lot of things are coming out over this guy's background, whether or not he's a Islamic radical or not, which is a real big buzzword in fucking politics right now. Islamic radical. Some people want to use it, some people don't. Obama won't. What the fuck ever. But whether or not that's true, it doesn't matter. This is an act of terror, no matter what his ideology is, because of what you just said. Events like this give you pause on if you should continue your daily activities. That's terrorism. That is the definition of terrorism. Regardless, it's seeming more likely that there might be something more to this guy's plots and schemes. But the thing that came out today that I found absolutely interesting and really repugnant was the wife, the current wife, not the ex-wife who lived in New Jersey. The current wife admitted to police that she had conversations trying to talk him out of it. She knew it was coming and did nothing. She did not report to police. I mean, this woman needs to go to fucking prison, based off the information that I know, which is limited.
There's also the whole thing that he was a closeted gay.
Yeah.
And it's just that's a whole new story. But I had a feeling that story was going to come up eventually.
Well, yeah. Well, they said that he visited the club. He frequented the club in months before. He could have just been casing the place. This could have been a long fucking thing.
He could have been doing the whole like grinder thing and trying to just find guys and find out who's who, and it could have been a whole thing. Because I have a friend, my friend Lenny, who was probably the most ridiculous gay guy you ever met. He actually was a victim of a hate crime, and he met a bunch of guys, and he met a guy, and then the guy jumped him with a bunch of other guys, and he was, but he had a black eye. I'm like, dude, who the fuck did this to you? He goes, man, I was gay bashed, just like that, very nonchalant. He
That's
goes,
a problem.
I'm like, and he goes, yeah, kind of like Matthew Shepard.
Oh God.
And I'm like, he started making jokes about Matthew Shepard after he got beat up like 3 days ago.
Oh, no.
And I'm like he was like, that's the type of, he was the best. Like, I could just sit here and talk to this guy. If I was gay, I would just be with this guy just because he was,
just because the conversation's good.
Just because how cool he was. He was fucking Lenny.
For one, his name is Lenny. All right, I've never met a Lenny that wasn't a great guy ever.
Yeah,
never met a Lenny.
He was a Lenny, and he worked in a bakery, and he went to jail because when he was like 22, he was messing around with a 17-year-old.
Oh, there you go.
So
statutory.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of statutory.
Chicken statutory rape.
A little bit, potentially.
Yeah, so, I mean, but it was, but you know what? Like, I didn't say, oh, you pervert, and like throw rocks at him. I was like, it's all right, Lenny.
Right. That's because he worked at a bakery and he smelled of goods, and you were like, I can't be mad at this guy.
But like, his teeth were all fucked up. He was into like goth shit. He loved poker,
Yeah.
Like, Lenny was the best. Lenny, if you're listening, call in.
We will take Lenny's call at any time.
Yeah, we love Lenny here.
I'm pro Lenny. I don't know about pro anything else,
That's
but
right.
I'm pro fucking Lenny, folks. I'm pro fucking Lenny.
He had a fucking party at his house, and his brother was like this big, I don't know. He looked Spanish, but he wasn't, and he was like one of these. They thought he could freestyle and shit, and he fucking I started making fun of him, and then we got a fucking problem, you fucking fag. I go, dude, what are you fucking calling a fag? I'm like, he's like, you're hanging out with my fucking brother. You must be fucking gay. And I'm like, no. I'm like, all right.
The way that gay people will shit on each other sometimes is so funny.
Oh, I got a story.
I can see you're struggling. You're like, should I tell this story?
See, I don't know if I should tell it because this is such a tragic thing. I don't want anybody thinking that Jake's so heartless and he's just the whole gay thing.
They got him on a fucking train of thought now, folks. Train's off the goddamn tracks.
Train is off the tracks. Chugga chew woo.
There was chugga toot. You know, I mean, this is where we're going here, folks.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Here he comes.
Yeah, I had a friend. She wanted to go down to Pride Week. It just kind of ties into the story because there is like a bunch of Pride events that happen throughout the nation. You know, and now thinking about that, like, oh shit, this could have fucking happened there.
Yeah.
So my friend, she gets she says there's a poker tournament where let's go for Pride, Glad, or whatever, and you get an article in Coming Out magazine, and also you get a trophy for Pride Poker Champion. So it's like, let me do this. So I went down there and I played in the tournament and stuff, and I didn't. I was just like, how awesome would this be? This straight guy just comes in and just destroys all these lesbians and gays in a poker tournament. So I ended up like coming in 10th out of like 30 people. So it was isn't bad.
The upper 1/3, I'll take that. I mean, hell.
Yeah. So then there was this one guy handing out cards, and it was the gay poker tour.
Oh. So
I gave him, I took one of the cards. And it was like, we have house games and stuff like that, and we sign up. And so I was like, my girlfriend at the time was away. So, what better place to do than just go hang out with the boys? So I signed up to the site, and they just ask you a bunch of questions. Like one of them was, so what's your favorite pizza topping? And I just wrote down, I ain't gay.
That was the answer to every fucking question.
That's how I answered it. I ain't gay.
I ain't gay.
Just exactly like that. I ain't gay.
What do you mean by topping?
Yeah. No toppings, no bottomings.
Nothing. Nothing. My girlfriend is away. I ain't gay.
So, yeah.
Thou doth protest too much, Jake. You were at the gay poker tour.
So I called the guys like, yeah, you can come by, and I was playing, and they had like, I swear, like how straight guys have their rooms done with like beer girls and stuff like that, and like Pamela Anderson and all them. This guy had like fucking like guys like paintings of like guys kissing other guys and stuff.
Oh, he was that type of gay. And
I remember it was during the World Cup, and Italy just played America, and they tied. I was like, yeah, that's really great. Italy, I was actually getting into the game because they were talking about, like, I was actually talking about the sport itself, like, yeah, and then the one guy just completely turns it and just says, oh God, when they were giving each other those jerseys, I was just like, God bless America. So then, and the one guy was barbecuing, and they just wanted hot dogs really fucking bad, and I just started cracking up hysterically. And
there's like, so much wrong with this fucking story.
I go and I said I kept on texting my friend that I'm the Jackie Robinson of gay sports. I'm breaking the rainbow barrier. I kept on telling him.
Oh my God.
So I started bursting out laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? I go, a bunch of gay guys complaining about that they ain't got a fucking hot dog.
Oh my God.
And they like looked at me and they started laughing. And they were like teaming up on me. Not
well, and the story turns, folks.
So but then like
it just became an origin story.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then I went to a camp, and it's all better now. No.
There are a few of them in Jersey, I hear, but that's neither here nor there.
So then, like, I was like looking at the one guy. I was just trying to figure out what he had. Then he kisses his boyfriend, and then he like looks over at me. He goes, "What? Ain't you never seen two guys kiss before?" And I'm like, oh, dude, I do Rocky Horror. But they were like trying to fuck with me the whole night.
Well, yeah,
because I was straight. And then the one guy said, he goes, "Jake, I had a feeling you were straight." I go, "What gives you that?" Because you said it on almost every single question on your questionnaire and the way you type.
It's like every story, whether it tied in or not. And, you know, I was fucking my girlfriend. What does that have to do with you in church? I was just fucking my girlfriend and like...
Yeah,
so I was having sex with my girlfriend and then we went to TGI Fridays. Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That makes no sense. Oh, I felt it was an important point to make. That's all. But yeah, I think we all have stories about either uncomfortable situations. It's as natural as it should be, as just who you love, man or woman.
Yeah.
There are uncomfortableness. Look, you would be an absolute fucking liar if you would say that there wasn't something in the world that gave you pause, whether it be man on man love, woman on woman, man on ape, whatever the fucking case may be. You know, people have. So I don't have a problem with a story like that because it is one of those type of real life things, and this is why you're here. Even in the cringy moments, these are why you're here.
I mean, it's a tie-in. It just shows my support for the gay community.
He went deep, folks. He went deep.
Yeah, I went in. I was like fucking Jane Goodall with the chimps.
But
that's
the best part is the only time you went all in that night is when you had a royal flush. Boom! Yeah. Drops the mic. We're fucking done.
No. But here's the thing. I did beat out a gay guy with a straight.
Oh, that's appropriate.
And they said, "Oh, we don't call them straights. We call them consecutives."
Oh, God. Oh, no. It's like, I got a pair of queens, and I'm not talking about the guys next to me. Like, Rodney Dangerfield would have had a fuking feeling. I tell you, I got a couple of queens, and it's not just the guys here. I tell you, I get no respect. I tell you.
I would have said, "Hey, I got a couple of Jake Gillett," because one of the names for a pair of kings is Cowboys. Like, hey, I got a Jake Gyllenhaal and a Heath Ledger here. Oh, and I also got a pair of kings.
That's good stuff. But in all seriousness, hearts go out to this unfucking bearable tragedy. And I don't know how many more times we're going to have to utter the statement and new greatest mass shooting in the history of America. But it's never going to stop. That's the thing. You can't have the ignorance to think that it's ever going to stop. People are going to kill each other. I'm
surprised you didn't get all the terrorists, Dave.
I know, right? Unfortunately, I couldn't get them all. This bum knee of mine, you know, what am I supposed to say to that? I couldn't get them all. I'm sorry. I tried. And I wound up with a spinal cord stimulator for my issues. So there you go. For my trouble.
Does stuff like this really anger you because of the situation you've been put in from one of those type of people, I should say? Not to sound...
No, I think even though he's American born and everything, there is still a lot of questions. Look, the fact that it hasn't been completely discounted that he could have Islamic ties by now tells me that there probably is a likelihood that he does. Because if he didn't, they probably would already know. That's the way I look at it. And usually that turns out to be correct. So to answer your question, yeah, a little bit. I mean, because I spent the last of my teen years and a couple of my, early 20s, over there in Iraq and all over the place, due to this situation. And 10 years later, fucking 14 years later, we're still having this talk. We're still having these.
You could barely walk because of people like this.
Yeah. It's not.
I'm not trying to get you all fucking. I'm not trying to get you to go to Matt Kazar and go, "Fuck you, Matt," and fucking go to Canada and fucking knock down his house or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go drag Matt Kazar out of his fucking house. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, fuck you, you fucking terrorist.
Son of a bitch.
Even though you're
if I wanted to
Christian
perform a hate crime, believe me, there's enough fucking people in the area now here in Germany where I could do so. But no, I don't hate the people. That's the thing. You know, I don't, like, when I was in Iraq, I met some of the most amazing fucking people, these Iraqis, who is a common misconception that we were actually fighting in Iraq. We weren't. We were not fighting actual Iraqi soldiers. Most of the goddamn Republican Guard there laid down their shit almost immediately because Third ID was just blowing motherfuckers up, dude. It was crazy. So they laid down their shit, and we were fighting a lot of insurgents from Iran, from all kinds of other nations, but very few Iraqis. And the people that I met there, they changed the way that I look at things because you have this natural hatred when you're there to, you know, essentially fuck up a population. I mean, you're there to fight a war. So essentially your job is to fuck stuff up. Even as a commo guy, you might have to get in some shit. So meeting some of these people, it gives you an unbelievable perspective. So I don't hate the people. I hate the individuals who produce this level of atrocity. But sometimes it's hard to differentiate, and you find and that's how bigotry starts, is not being able to differentiate the difference between a person and an ideology. That's where it really begins to start, because any bigot, I've met quite a few of horrible human beings that hate blacks, gays, whatever. When they meet one singular,
one of them's on this show.
Yeah, right. When they meet one singularly and they have a conversation, they can't say a negative word to them. But if you get them into a group where they know that they could talk to a group of them, then the bigotry will come out because they can't get past an ideology rather than the individual person. That's bigotry. That's what it is. So hopefully this shit will fucking end, Jake. Hopefully.
I don't think it's gonna end anytime soon.
No.
And I think social media makes it even worse at times.
Yeah, and then the political side of it is like the fact that we're making this about a phrase or fucking Trump coming out, who, you know, I've generally agreed with a lot of things that Trump has said because I think a lot of it's gotten fucking overblown. But I really didn't like the fact that he came out and almost the first thing he did was, see, I was fucking right. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it was a little bit. That was very classless.
Come on, guy. You got to be presidential.
He had a chance. He had a chance to really.
He did
really make himself look good, and he didn't.
He did not. But luckily, neither did nobody else. Luckily, basically nobody else, because
so he's winning based off the curve.
Yeah, it's like Homer when he became an astronaut. I win by default, the most two beautiful words in the world. Default, default, default. You know, it's basically that. It's basically that.
Yep.
So how does one transition from a horrible atrocity like that? Basically like this. They bring up the transition and they move on as awkwardly as humanly possible. Because the topic for today, the main topic, well, this was the main topic, but I wasn't putting that in the title because I'm not a fucking insufferable whore. Well, I am, but not in this case. The main topic, of course, is E3 is going on, Jake. I could see that you look just like the electricity of E3 is flowing through you right now. The funny thing is you look like a guy who should be there, but I know you don't fucking care.
No, to a certain extent. I mean, I did like read the notes, and I saw the new Xbox that's just coming out.
No, you mean the PlayStation fucking 4 looking thing? This is unbelievable. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. The Xbox One S, it looks like a PS fucking 3 or something. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It does, but it runs off its own power. I don't know. Does it run off imagination?
Skynet. It's Skynet.
Yep. Here we come.
Everything is Skynet to me. Everything.
Virtual reality making its way back again.
This has been an interesting E3 mainly because of how uninteresting it's been. There's been some really good game announcements, but as far as hardware announcements, there's basically been nothing. And when the big story coming out of E3 is fucking virtual reality, something that has failed since the fucking Virtual Boy. It's like,
oh god,
there's been a couple of good announcements.
To be fair, the Virtual Boy, it wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, right. And I got news. It's still not ready. Virtual reality sucks. It's always going to suck. More people are going to throw up than not. Virtual reality sucks. It sucks. Why do you need virtual reality? There's real fucking reality. I don't get that. I don't get it. I've never been into it. I can't get into virtual reality. But that's been the big thing, you know? There really hasn't been a whole lot of great announcements. I mean, Hideo Kojima being there at the Sony PlayStation press conference, that was really good. But which seems to be the big thing. PlayStation seemed to have really dominated this E3. Xbox did nothing. Nintendo really didn't do anything today. Bethesda had a really good press conference, but there just really hasn't been a whole hell of a lot of interesting that happened out of this E3. But it is a nerd mecca, and it is a lot of fun to talk about because holy God.
I think XL Too Tall said, VR is going to kill it during the holidays. And I think he might be right because I have some of these games that are virtual reality, and they are really fucking cool.
They are, but I think like even the demos that I see, people aren't spending copious amounts of times on these games because I don't think that it's ready yet. And the fact is, it's still expensive. That add-on for the PlayStation 4 is $400. It's $400. That's a lot of money. That's a big investment.
Like think about it. Like the Kinect. The Kinect was kind of like its own virtual reality, and now everybody wanted the Kinect. I had the Kinect. I still have the Kinect.
Yeah. And how many times have you used the Kinect?
Well, judging from how you know what? I used it when I first got it. I used it a lot. I had a few games. The sports game was great. The one thing that was cool, like those little competition things, and you would actually like your friends that were on the same network, you could actually see their high scores and try and beat them, and that was pretty cool.
Tutal's saying that 400 is not expensive. 400 is expensive for a first-gen product that has absolutely no fucking real testing or things out there that is telling you that it's going to be good. Yeah, to me, $400 for every time that new hardware comes out, there's always glitches. There's always things that doesn't work quite fucking properly. So yeah, to me, for an add-on for your PlayStation 4, yeah, 400 is expensive.
That is a lot of money.
But it is going to do well. He is right there. It is going to do well. It is going to do well,
but guess what? December, it'll be $400. By April, it'll be $350.
Yeah,
it'll be $300. And it'll actually come out and it'll be better because they'll work out all the kinks. Like, I'm the idiot that went out and got his Xbox when it was $500.
Yeah.
The Xbox One.
Right. You just
I said I never got a system as it was brand new. Let me go get this.
And I need to preface the whole thing, and I think I already did kind of. I'm not a fan of virtual reality. I am not the guy. I do get nauseous while playing those games. I have a 3DS. I can't even turn on. I have the old 3DS where you can actually turn on the little fucking thing. I can't turn it on. I'll throw up. I'll puke all over the goddamn ground. I'm trying to play Pokemon. I don't need vomit on my Pokemon. That's not cool. Pikachu does not approve.
Vomit! Who's that Pokemon? It's Vomit! Vomit!
Pikachu, I choose you! No, he doesn't like that.
Vomit, I choose you. and then the evolved version. And then the evolved version is Spew. Yeah. Spew.
To tie into what we talked about earlier, that is a real hard thing about still having a beard is when you do vomit, that's not a flavor saver. That's something you want to get out of there really, really well. It's not good.
I haven't vomited for a very long time, knock on wood. So I mean, I just, yeah.
It's not, well, you never know. Tonight could be the night, Jake. You never know.
Hey, I have a question about Pokemon.
Oh, now, yes.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold
on. All right, go ahead. I'm ready. Go ahead. I'm ready now.
Okay.
I got my hat on. I'm ready.
Okay. Wait. Let me go see what you look like because I have the stream on.
I'm ready.
Okay. You don't have it though. But what's the deal with Pokemon Go? I thought that supposed to be an app for your phone and like you catch Pokemon and fight your friends and
Pokemon Go is potentially the greatest thing to ever hit. And by the way, I love your Jerry Seinfeld opening. What's the deal with Pokemon
That was
Go.
completely unintentional.
I know, but it's still great. I watch a lot of comedians in cars getting coffee. I'm sorry. To answer your question, though, Pokemon Go is this. It's virtually. It's a new world. It's a new game where yes, it is designed for Android and iOS and all that stuff, to where you're going to be basically taking Pokemon into the real world. They're integrating the Pokemon reality into actual reality. So you'll be able to go to your local restaurant, and then if you point your phone at the restaurant, you'll be able to see a fucking Squirtle hide behind a goddamn dumpster, and you can catch the fucking Squirtle right there. You can battle the Squirtle. You can battle all. I mean, it's really, really potentially awesome. Potentially, but it's gonna have kinks. I'm cautiously optimistic.
There was this game. It wasn't even a game. It was on your phone. You would use the locations on your phone, and it would actually bring you to certain portals, and like you had to like go walk into these places. Like it could be certain landmarks and stuff like that, and you had to claim them. There was a green team and a blue team.
Oh, that's cool.
And like, yeah, it was like I can't remember the name of it.
It's something similar. That's similar to this.
That's what it reminded me of. Like you have your location on your phone, and it'll say, okay, this library. If you step here, this will be this team's landmark for this week, and you get points and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like that. And I like that they're going in this direction. See, I would much rather see more integration on this front in gaming that I want to see in a technology in virtual reality that's been around, been trying to be perfected for essentially 30 fucking years with nothing but failure after failure, over expensive, indulgent shit. Now, to be fair, I've seen some cool stuff in virtual reality. That some of the stuff at the height of Oculus Rift and stuff is amazing. It's amazing.
Hey, they have a dating site where you actually this is a whole new thing with virtual reality. The girl uses a fucking thing on her, and the guy uses like a pocket pussy, and as she moves it, the fucking dick, it fucking does the motions. Like you could be like, say if your wife was like, somewhere else, and you could like, you guys wanted to be intimate. You guys apparently it's like, I saw it on the one, if you're Morgan Spurlock's 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a whole device like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So things is getting crazy.
This is how you guilt-free have fucking extramarital relations. This is Demolition Man, folks. This is Demolition Man.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's gonna have physical contact anymore. Which is kind of like the nerd dreams. Like, oh, wait a second, I can virtually fuck something. Incredible.
Here's what's great. We're both considered nerds, but we both have wives and children.
You're right. we successfully procreated.
Yeah.
We overcame the odds, folks. If we can do it,
that's right.
Anybody can do it.
We moved out of our parents' basements and knocked up a few broads.
That's
and
right.
Here we are.
I mean, granted, I had to travel to Germany to do so. I mean, my trek was a little farther than yours. You just basically went to school. Yeah. but still, to each his own.
Yeah, So the best was, speaking of, when Tommy and Andy came to meet Tommy's family over here, we went out to eat, and they were talking with this one couple who's there. They were talking. He noticed Andy's accent, and Tommy was talking about his ex-wife and stuff, being German, blah, blah, blah. And actually, the people turned to Tommy and said, do you have a fetish for German women or something? I was like, I'm like, yeah, he has such a fetish. He lives there now.
Yeah, right. It's not so much a fetish. That was just the population he was currently in. That was the hunting ground for Tommy's
like living
penis.
In Japan to go, somebody has yellow fever.
Oh,
which possibly there could have been a potential that you would have been talking to Japanese, half Japanese Jake. So
right, Jesus Christ.
Just saying,
Gun Cannon asks, Dave, what do you think of the add-on for Fallout announced and the Skyrim remastered? Like I said earlier in the show, Bethesda had a really good. I felt they had a good performance at their announcement. Fallout announced all kinds of new things, which was really cool. Fallout Shelter's getting a whole bunch of new things. If you haven't played Fallout Shelter on your phones, apparently I haven't even played it yet. I'm a Fallout junkie, but there's all kinds of new stuff coming.
Never played it yet. Never played Fallout.
Oh God, it's so good. I would go in virtual reality for fucking Fallout. I will follow that trail because I'm a junkie for Fallout. I need it on my face, neck, and chest every single day, or my life is not complete. But they had some really good announcements as far as the add-ons. There's some really cool stuff coming as far as Rube Goldberg machines that you can build within the Wasteland and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But the big one is Nuka Land. There's going to be an amusement park that's built around the Nuka-Cola franchise. It looks like it's going to be absolutely fucking bananas. It looks like it's going to be great. So I thought that even a year after, with all the DLC that we've already gotten for Fallout, to still be getting these new announcements is awesome. I loved it. As far as the Skyrim remaster, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Up until Fallout, I've never put more hours into a game than I had Skyrim. I didn't really feel it needed a remaster because it was 2009. But now that I've seen how it looks, I'm like, oh my fucking God. When is it coming out for Steam? Which it probably will not, because it looks beautiful. Where do you stand on remasters of games? I don't know why I'm saying it all pretentious, like remasters. It's a remaster. I don't know what's the matter with me.
I don't know. I mean, I got the when Grand Theft Auto went from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. I did buy both of them. I bought the one for 360, and then a few months later got the one for Xbox One. And
see, you're that Mark. You're that guy with expendable income that they're just like, he'll buy both. Fuck him.
Yeah. It was before I had a kid.
Right.
So
welcome to slavery, bitch. It's not good.
Yeah. So I got, I definitely see the difference, and if you're gonna remaster it and do it right, and that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, it's got to be done right, and like Joseph Blunt is saying, Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 being remastered, I think that makes sense. Older games being remastered makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But Skyrim, it didn't seem like it was necessary.
Yeah,
but then again, when I saw it, I was like, oh. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So, I don't know. But those are the type of announcements that we got at this year's E3. And when the biggest hardware announcement outside of VR is the Xbox One S, which, yes, it's 40% smaller, and it shoots rainbows, but it looks like the PlayStation, man. It's lost its identity.
And it's in 4K.
Yeah, and it plays Blu-ray now and all that stuff, which is great.
Well, it already has played Blu-ray. The Xbox One.
I know. I saw something about Blu-ray. I don't know. I was just regurgitating what I read. But yeah, it's interesting. 4K, all that stuff. It's great. But here's the thing: it doesn't matter to me because I can't afford one. I still don't have a PS4. I still don't have an Xbox One. I had to convert to Steam to even play Fallout 4. This matters to me. Why? Because why virtual reality doesn't matter to me? Because I'm too fucking poor to afford any of this shit. So I'm bitter. I'm bitter.
Listen. If another show that will remain nameless could go around begging people for money, and then buy stuff for himself, you could do the same for you, Dave.
I didn't say 4K Blu-ray too tall. I was saying 4K, and I read something that there was Blu-ray compatibility of some kind.
Everybody, keep donating to Dave, so he can buy himself an Xbox One or get an Xbox One. They're going down in price, and I have one, and we could play games together.
Are you becoming my Susan Sarandon or fucking Sally Struthers? You're gonna fucking for only 49 cents a month.
Yeah, for only €9 a month. You can buy him some children in third world countries like Germany go without having the top-notch gaming consoles. They're still stuck on Generation 2 360s with their not so crisp graphics.
Tutel's calling in to yell at me. Tutel's calling in to yell at me.
Dave has to play games on virtually with nobody there because nobody plays on fucking 360 anymore.
I don't even have the 360 anymore. I sold it. It's gone. I'm exclusively on Steam. Joining me now to, I assume, yell at me is my good buddy Tutel. I thought you were chastising me. You were correcting me. It's 4K Blu-ray. That's a new format, apparently.
You're so old. It's ridiculous.
I'm not just old. I'm poor. It's a bad combination, dude.
That's right.
Ridiculous how old you are, man. So there's these things called 4K movies, which is on a Blu-ray disc. Okay.
Okay, I'm following.
Okay.
A disc like what my grandchildren put in the CD player.
So Dave, Blu-ray movies and Blu-ray is already available on Xbox One. They're just updated it to 4K so they can play the content in 4K and play the 4K movies as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are these bigger discs like laser disc?
Damn it.
Are they like laser disc? Is what's going on?
No, it's 8-track.
Is this like the beta?
Is this the Betamax, bitches?
It's 8-track.
I appreciate the clarification, Tutel. I do appreciate it.
I just, since you're so fucking old and I'm just banging my head against my desk right here because you...
I don't read these things because I can't afford them. It's a bad combination of being
that's the
old
thing. How about this? If Dave could afford an Xbox One, would you buy one?
If I could afford one, yes.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
why don't you look at it more of the development in gaming today rather than who has money in their pocket?
Because if I can't afford it, it doesn't exist. That's why. I'm a selfish prick. I play on Steam.
That's a bad way of thinking if you want to talk about E3 and stuff, man.
I talk about E3 successfully. Just because I stumbled over 4K Blu-ray, eat me, Tutel. You mean guy.
You got to be open. You got to be open to the world of technology, gaming, VR. You got to be open to these things. You got to look past the old man Dave on the front porch yelling at the kids.
Dave looks at VR. He goes, "It ain't shit. It ain't shit." If one of us got that for fucking Christmas, and be like, "Oh my god, I love virtual reality. Fuck real reality. I could walk in this one."
Yeah, right. Fuck. I should be a proponent of virtual reality. I should be that guy because my life sucks. I should totally be that guy.
You get Dave in virtual reality by buying him a VR headset, getting him Lana in a porno, and he'll be good.
Oh my god,
he'll be all for VR.
You just sold it. You just sold it, dude. You want to talk about fucking virtual reality vortex?
Videotape, a 25-minute highlight videotape of Eva Marie's greatest moves. He would love that shit.
Yes, the virtual reality vortex. That's what we have. I would never leave. It would be. This is why it's dangerous. This is why it's dangerous.
This is why Dave's just saying it like, "Oh, honey, I don't need virtual reality. I have real reality with you."
Exactly.
And my back pain. Who needs that?
Until I won any amount of money, then I'd be like, "We need virtual reality." Yeah. Like, no.
One of us sends you a VR headset. You're like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing." You're like those crying kids at Christmas when they get that awesome gift. That would be you.
Fast forward a week later when I'm sitting there like a junkie. I'm like desiccated. I haven't talked to my daughter in a fucking week. I've lost 15 pounds because I refuse to eat because it's not in virtual reality.
Hey, at least you lost weight. That's a good thing.
I'm losing weight now, motherfucker. I got my weight in tomorrow.
Dave, I'm surprised you don't do Second Life or whatever.
You know what? I tried it. I went back when it first started. I was like, oh, this is kind of boring. It's The Sims. I'm not a Sims guy. It's essentially
it's like it's like The Sims, but you can like fuck people. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather masturbate. I would rather than not masturbating and watching two animated fucking things on TV. Fuck, I'd rather just jerk myself off.
Or you can put a virtual reality headset on and masturbate because then you're actually,
Now, see, these are the things that will trap me.
knowing Dave, he would just still be masturbating in virtual reality.
Yeah, I would.
It would be him in virtual reality masturbating to a computer screen.
He would find a program where he could just do it on a bus.
Essentially, it would just be I'd be buying goggles that brought a screen closer to my face while I jerked off. I'd be like, why did I spend $400 on this?
Just get a cardboard box, close it out with duct tape, and put your phone in the middle.
I've seen people do shit like that. It's hilarious.
Google did that.
It's
Google did that.
hilarious.
That was their virtual reality. That was Google.
They go big, man. They go hard all day, all night. What can I say? It's good stuff.
There was another one with the 360 cameras. I think it was called 360 Fly. We had that shit. I seen that shit at Best Buy, and I picked up the VR headset, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I look it out, and it's just cardboard. It's just fucking cardboard folded. Probably some Asian kid doing origami just folded a fucking VR headset and put a fucking phone in it.
Yeah, basically, he was probably.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that at Best Buy too. I put it on my head. I'm like, okay, this is nothing.
This is not. Yeah. And unfortunately, that poor kid who made it probably got paid 2 cents a unit. 2 cents a unit.
Cardboard. What does he expect? It's cardboard.
Fuck.
I had a friend. He does trivia, and he does it at this place called the Brick House. And the Brick House is like kind of like Hooters.
Yeah.
And
it sounds like a different clientele, though. I got to be honest. Either lumberjacks or gay men, one of the two. The Brick House.
No, like the girls are like like wear skimpier stuff than Hooters.
Really?
So,
I figured they look like Rosie the Riveter.
This guy had my friend who does the trivia. He's also a comic. Took a picture of this guy who had a VR headset like over his head, but it was like one of those phone looking ones. He was at the bar eating. And the guy looked like he could easily be me or Dave. And I said in his picture, to be fair, real reality's not working out for him.
That's awesome.
I get it now. I understand it. I think I've just gotten it. So there you go.
Shit's not good, man.
But please, now for another $20 a month, you could get Dave a real reality headset.
That's right.
Or you can, I don't know what's more money. Is the $400 for the PS4 virtual reality, or getting Dave a hooker to blow him? Like,
I don't need a hooker because my wife would find out about that. But virtual reality, maybe.
But is it wrong if you're paying for it?
I never paid for it.
David, what are you doing? And it's like, oh, nothing. I'm fishing. And just fucking sees you just jerking. Oh, get over here,
There's got to be like a germansmeat.com or some shit.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
That's a lot of work. You got to do like one of those chemistry tests, I'm
gonna move on as awkwardly as I possibly can from all of that. Essentially, that's the E3 talk, folks. So, Tutal, I appreciate the edumacation. I do appreciate it.
I like the green screen with the lamb mask. It looks like you're about to fucking say you have somebody's fucking email that you hacked into.
Right. First, it's a sheep mask, Jake. And if you make another mistake like that, you will be cut. I'm just saying. Oh. It's a sheep mask, and it's glorious.
I made it on Nerd and Jerk. I'm so excited.
You're here. This is the big time.
You're our first caller.
You are our first caller. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think you guys took phone calls. I just called in. I don't know.
We haven't up until this point, but we have talked about it that we were going to. And then I knew you were going to yell at me about stuff, so I was like, "Well, fine."
You were like our Alexander Graham Bell.
Yes, you're a fucking pioneer. Yes. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
You're the guy that we called. That's wonderful.
That's right.
I don't know who that is, man.
This guy that invented the fucking telephone.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Fuck that guy. He didn't invent the cell phone.
Who invented the virtual reality, huh?
Yeah. Wait. Did you just say, fuck that guy? He didn't invent the cell phone. He invented the cell phone.
Yeah. The motherfucker was smart. He would have invented a cell phone and got me an unlimited plan with AT&T.
He invented the precursor.
Yeah, he invented
the precursor. You got to think ahead of the precursor. Fuck that bullshit. Something you can't carry around past your kitchen.
This is why Tesla didn't beat fucking Edison. Right fucking here. This is why Tesla lost to Edison.
The car?
Guys like fucking Tutal.
Dude, open up a fucking history book. Put that in the fucking gaming manual and the fucking put up a history book.
I'm not opening shit unless they put it on YouTube.
Yeah, right. It's not real if it hasn't made YouTube. Has anyone talked about it on a podcast yet? Real. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're getting history here, folks. History and gaming and and me going into fucking gay poker clubs.
Yes. Yes, which is kind of redundant when you think about gay poker, but still, you know what I mean. It's good stuff. Tutal, we're going to let you move on here because we got a bunch of other things we got to get to. We've already gone an hour. So thanks, Tutal. I appreciate it. And you rock out in the free world. Go ahead and tell the kids where they can find you.
Driving a Tesla vehicle. The fuck is the other Tesla than a vehicle? Seriously, guys. God damn it.
Nikola Tesla, the scientist.
Who? Albert Einstein?
No. Smarter than Einstein. The Tesla may be the smartest man who's ever lived.
Who?
Oh God! All right, I'm gonna go now before I get. I can't talk about Edison and Tesla.
Austin
I lose my mind.
Dave's talking about Austin Aries. Oh my God!
No, I'm not. All right, I gotta go. Tutal, I appreciate it. Take it easy, buddy.
Joseph Blunt said, "We're that fat ass like Edison couldn't beat scrawny Tesla to the patent office."
Oh,
it's funny. The next town over is like where Edison had all his laboratories and stuff.
It was Edison, New Jersey.
Edison, New Jersey. Yeah.
Fuck.
Next to the Menlo Park Mall.
I can't rationally talk about Tesla and Edison. I can't rationally do it.
Yeah.
I've
Edison
never been able to. What's that?
Edison was a dick.
Edison was a dick. I agree with that. Now we're speaking the language that I agree with. But still, all right, let's go ahead. We actually still have a lot of things to talk about.
I know. This is fun.
So, how are you on time? Are you rushing or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
let's keep going.
All right, let's move on to a little bit of good stuff here. With over the last few weeks, we had a phenomenon sweep the globe. The latest 15 Minutes of Fame recipient, the Chewbacca Mom. The Chewbacca Mom. Yes, a lady who sat in her car, put on a Chewbacca mask, and hilariously laughed for about 5 minutes, set a new Facebook Live record. I mean, she is the queen of Facebook. She is the queen, right? She's also been fucking everywhere since. She's been on every talk show, every awards show.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And now we're finding out that she's also made some mad ducats off this entire thing. Jake, how much money has she made?
$400,000. Enough to buy you an Xbox One.
At least one.
Yeah.
But she has absolutely killed it. From what I understand, that total is now over 500,000. Since you sent me that article, there's an updated article that is over 500,000 now.
Holy shit.
But she is becoming to that point where people are getting tired of her. People are getting tired of that laugh.
She's at minute 1430 right now.
Yes. She might be at 1510 already, to be completely honest. Because that laugh is no longer sounding funny to me. It's sounding like, why is she not being questioned by a medical profession? You know, it's like, it's a little maniacal. It's a little scary. It's no longer funny. It's no longer cute. Now it's scary. She's starting to scare me.
And now she wants to start charging people for autographs.
Yes. Isn't that great?
I'm going to see Mookie Wilson next month. And he's not charging for autographs.
Well, he didn't do 100 million fucking live views on Facebook Live, did he?
But you know what? I'm sure all these his video of him beating out Buckner's ground ball through the legs has had just as much. So
but he didn't do it in a fucking Chewbacca mask, Jake. He didn't do it in a Chewbacca mask.
Which would be great.
Where's that video?
Yeah. A ball hit down the first base line, and Mookie Wilson puts on a Mookie the Wookie.
It even rhymes. We're writing this shit. We are rewriting history right now.
You know what? I'm gonna make him sign a Chewbacca mask.
There you go. Can you be Mookie the Wookie? I'm helping your career, buddy. I'm here for you. But yeah, she seems to have completely starting to wear out her welcome now. But look, this is kind of the dream in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to the things that we do. We're here on YouTube. We're hoping for that one moment that goes viral, that possibly does some great things for us. I mean, this is the dream.
Yeah.
And hers was organic as fuck because I really liked it when it came out. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
It's just like she was so happy. I've never been that happy about anything in my life. Nothing has made me as happy as that goddamn mask made that fat chick. And God bless her for it. Holy shit. And it's just, it's amazing to me that we live in a world where that stuff could happen. She met Peter fucking Mayhew over this. She met Chewbacca over this. It's incredible.
Yep. But I hope she enjoyed it. It was a good run.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
And yeah, it's over.
She's that Lip Nicky kid from fucking whatchamacallit, Jerry Maguire. She's done. It's over. It's
Yep. She's our this year's Chocolate Rain.
Yeah, that's right.
She's she's Star Wars kid.
She's Star Wars kid. Yeah, she is the 2016 Star Wars kid. And congratulations to her. She had a great run, but hopefully she does not try to milk this for too much longer because it's starting to get old.
I think she still is because people are gonna just look at it. Hey, you're the Chewbacca lady. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She's going to hang herself in that mask one day, Jake. She's not going to be able to get out the dark side of this. You see what I did there? It's coming. The dark side of this is coming.
She's going to try and do it with other masks. Like, she's going to try and have like an elf mask on.
And when it doesn't work, she's going to get bigger. She's going to be like she's going to start doing heroin. I got to do something to get me that high. I need to chase the fucking Chewbacca. Chasing the Wookiee. What are you doing with that needle? I'm chasing the Wookiee.
She's gonna be on fucking Hollywood Squares. That's where she's going. She's just
next to Whoopi and who's still in the center square and shit. It's fucking
She's gonna be on fucking Dancing with the Stars right next to Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah.
Some real life.
She's gonna be what's up, buddy?
Fucking She's gonna be on Sober House when they take all the celebrities.
Big Brother 74.
Yeah, I was the Chewbacca mom.
that is man, you got that down because that's gonna be the sad laugh she's gonna have. No more real laughter. The fake.
We should get her on the show.
Oh my god! But I don't want her now. I want her in the dark
I want her
place.
when she's obscure.
I do.
Dog fights.
I do.
I want her when she accidentally drowns one of her children.
Yes! That's the interview I want to conduct. Yeah. I don't know what that says about me, but that's what I want. Holy shit. That's the version of her. I don't want her now. Fuck that. We know everything about her now.
I want her bankrupt.
Yes. I want it so I don't have to. If she's charging for autographs, she'd be certainly charging my fat ass to come on here. And let's be honest, if I can't afford a fucking PS1 or PS4 or an Xbox One, I'm certainly not going to be able to afford Chewbacca Mom. I don't have Chewbacca Mom money, Jake. Fuck. It's unbelievable.
Sorry.
Sticking in the realm, somewhat of the realm.
Maybe
go ahead,
we
Jake.
could get Star Wars Mom.
Yeah, can you
Star
get
Wars
Star Wars
kid?
Mom?
I mean, Star Wars fucking.
Oh, I could probably get Star Wars kid.
Probably get her for a fucking sack of potatoes.
Probably. But sticking in somewhat loosely based the realm, John Williams, who of course did the music for Star Wars, he is returning to score Indiana Jones 5. Now, I don't know what part of this should I be upset at the fact that there's actually going to be a Indiana Jones 5, or should I be thrilled that I'll have another soundtrack score by John Williams, who is the greatest?
You're going to enjoy that soundtrack score into a shitty movie.
More than likely. How good can it possibly be?
I saw a little bit of. I'm like, wait. This is supposed to be Indiana Jones. The last one, oh God, that was just bad.
Crystal Skull, there were parts I actually liked of that movie. Now, I do feel a little bad saying that out loud, like I feel dirty right now, but I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Parts of it. There was some ridiculous shit, like that whole ants scene. I have a problem with that ant scene, but still, I kind of dug the flick. I don't know why, but I did. But John Williams, is John Williams the greatest fucking orchestra guy? I forgot the name. So Is he
Music composer?
Yeah, there you go. See, this is why you're here.
Right.
This is why you're here, because I came up with orchestra guy, and you
Orchestra
came up
music guy.
yeah, orchestra music guy, and you hit with the
We're
proper
both
term.
uneducated, folks. Okay, we're fucking, you know.
Well, I'm working without a net here. It is 4:10 in the
This
morning.
This is short bus radio.
Exact. That's a great name for a show.
Boom.
Fuck.
Quick, Tommy C's gonna fucking steal it from me.
He's taking that shit. Short bus radio.
No, he's fucking In the Crease was actually an inside joke saying I was gonna fucking leave the show and start In the Crease. So he Thomas Edison me.
He did.
And he started In the Crease with Tommy C.
That's hilarious.
So
That's
he even said to me,
hilarious.
I fucking see what the name of the show is? I go, yeah. I go, I fucking took that. So in case you ever left and did your own show.
And our weird history continues to be hilarious because he took that show, and basically that's my show. That like I became the guy of In the Creed. I was the daily co-host of it. That's even a little extra, yeah. Because Jake and I have a complicated past.
Yeah, but we saw it, and we're giving it another shot for the children.
For the children.
Yes,
we continue to work
for all
for it.
13 of you in here.
That's
Little
right.
Joey Martin, the two that are Patrick and Terry, who are now back together.
Thankfully, I mean, it's a little weird for brother and sister to do that, but it's okay. That's how we raise our children.
It's how we raised you to love each other.
We watched a lot of Game of Thrones growing up. What can I say? It's all right.
It's all right, but we love you, and we love your children that are gonna not be too thrilling to look at.
No, they'll probably have a tail and plus or minus 3 toes, but we're gonna love them all the same. It's gonna be okay.
And that's just because Terry's Canadian.
Oh, something just fell off the fucking thing. You know what? Incest Talk just lost us 2 viewers. That's what just happened. Not good. Not good. We were close to 20.
Got them all hot and horny. They got them all hot and horny.
Like, we gotta go. Where's that virtual reality system that I could strap on my cock?
Incest talk. I'm like, yep, you porn. Which there is videos, but they're like so not their brother and sister.
No, and unfortunately I frequent those. For some reason I'm like, this is wrong, but I like it. Very
I'm
weird.
an only child, so it's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
like,
understand that.
this can't affect me at all.
Nope, don't have a relationship with, don't understand this relationship at all.
So she's just another girl getting banged on camera to me, folks.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yep.
All right, so if people have been following this show, which a few people have, the show is picking up steam, and I'm really proud of what we've been doing here on There and the Jerk since the return. Absolutely love this show. We've had a theme, a little bit of a theme, to where interesting babies have kind of swept.
I was about to say there's also the Mike Tyson theme.
We have not talked about Tyson yet today, but now luckily we just took care of it, so that's good.
Yep. Check that off the list because people were talking. Yep.
I did actually have a Tyson connection a little bit later on, believe it or not, but we introduced the Gordon Ramsay baby.
Yeah.
I think we may have topped it this week because look at this baby's fucking head of hair. This is glamour hair baby. This is a real fucking thing. This is glamour hair baby. This is a girl too, by the way. She looks like she's Derek Zoolander's long lost fucking daughter.
Oh yeah. You know what that baby has? I make fun of my baby. Which is a sentence that I shouldn't probably said out loud.
Probably shouldn't say, but it's hilarious.
No, but I make fun of her because she's bald, and every time she cries, I say, "Oh, are you crying because you have no hairs?" So
Rogaine, motherfucker.
If anybody, Dave, if anybody on my friends on Facebook, just go look. That's my daughter. She's adorable. She's only 3 months old. But this kid has has as much as hair as she has 3 times.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This kid's hair is fucking.
Gun Cannon said she looks like a dark-haired Guile from Street Fighter.
Oh, that's a good pull. That's a good pull. That's a really good pull. That's actually a really, really good pull.
That fucking woman had heartburn like you wouldn't believe, though, I bet.
I'm sure.
And
I'm sure.
yeah,
Can I put a picture of your bald daughter on?
yeah, go right ahead. You use my profile picture with me, her and the dog.
I actually found a different one. I'm going to use this one instead because it was quicker.
You can use it. Yeah,
I was trying to be fast. So here is Jake's bald daughter next to glamour hair baby. And
they're the same age. They're 3 months old.
It's pretty good. But Penelope is cute, by the way. I mean, my God, this baby's cute. But look, no hair. No hair at all. She's behind the curve here. Both girls, both 3 months, absolutely no hair, and glorious hair. This is incredible.
That's right.
They kind of look alike. Oh. The other baby's a little darker because there's definitely some ethnicity in there, and you're pasty as fuck. But definitely, they look alike. Holy God. I wish we could do a hair. I wish I had the technology to do a hair swap. Holy shit.
Well, if you keep donating.
That's right.
After David gets his Xbox One, we could get the technology to do hair swaps.
That's right. We're shilling the fuck out of tonight. I didn't even turn my donation alert on, so I have no idea. Maybe we did get some donations. I would have no idea. I'd have no idea. But there you go. There's Penelope. So cute. She's so cute. And glamour hair baby. So once again, we have continued a time-honored tradition here on Nerd the Jerk where we have shown another random child for our own amusement. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it. What do you like more? You like glamour hair baby or Gordon Ramsay baby?
I like Gordon Ramsay baby.
Yeah, I did too.
Glamour hair baby's okay.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay baby is still number one. There's still 100%.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Whenever you have a baby or a sandwich or a potato chip that looks like something else or someone else, that's grilled. That's great. That's gold. Like whenever there's a fucking tortilla chip that ends up looking like Jesus, I'm all about it. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
so, it's good stuff.
You're right. They do look the same.
They do look like they do.
But you know what? All babies kind of look the same.
That's true. Months. But that's also that could be your prejudice coming through. You shouldn't say things like that, Jake. You're intolerant. What are you trying to say? All babies look alike?
Yeah, they're all just full of drama too. Well, I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I pooped on myself. Oh, grow the fuck up. Literally.
Mine doesn't cry when she poops. She's just like, nah, it's cool, dude. Just get to it when you get to it.
You know, I had little Tommy over here this weekend. Tommy C and his wife, Andy, they brought the kids over. And I made a new buddy, LT, little Tommy, and I were hanging out. I love when babies poop because that look on their face. You know it's there. It's such a good look.
Oh, yeah.
It's like... Because I still have the same look when I poo. And it just I don't know. It makes me feel comfortable.
It's just something so exciting about, you know, after they get done. It's just, they feel so good, feel so relieved.
Right?
I've had to change my daughter. I have like an SUV, and my wife had a doctor's appointment. She went in the doctor's office, so I had to take her. I put her in the back of my SUV, at the top up. I was freaking changing a diaper, and everyone's like looking at me. And I'm like, yeah, you know, just changing a baby's diaper in the back of my car.
What you looking at? You ever see a fat guy change a diaper before in the back of an SUV? Fuck off! This is New Jersey. You've seen worse. You've seen worse.
That's right. Yeah.
It's fucking awful, man. The best part about having a baby is you can casually talk about poo again without like people thinking you're weird. Like you talk about poo and someone's like looking at you like, I have a baby, it's okay. And like, oh, all right. You probably have like some poo between your fingers.
Half the conversations me and my wife have now are about poo or baby spit up or you know, just
that is just kind of welcome to fucking fatherhood, dude. This is your life, poo.
That's poo. It's all right.
For the rest of the time you're on this planet, you'll be able to seamlessly transition any conversation back to poo thanks to fatherhood. Fucking has benefits you didn't even realize were there.
No, and you know, I like talking about poop. I like taking poops.
Too. Yeah, it's good.
I always poop in the most inconvenient times.
I have my best ideas when I'm pooping. The idea for my horrible book. What's that?
I do my best podcasting while I poop.
That's true. You took it even a step farther. I had my idea for my horrible book that sold about 27 copies while on the toilet. So it's good stuff. I still believe in that book. Chronicles of L.J. Stevens. You can find it on fucking Amazon.com. I'm not even kidding. I really wrote a horrible book and it's there. So eat me.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Just type in my name on Amazon. I swear to God, it comes up. It's awful.
Yeah.
Terrible book. My wife edited it. She's German. But she's better than me. She's better than me.
But somebody who has English as their second language edit it.
She could spell better than I could. What the fuck was I? I wasn't going to edit it. Fuck that.
It just shows you the problem with the American public schools.
I was in gifted classes, Jake. I don't need to take your shit. The funny thing was, I actually was in gifted classes almost my entire life.
I was in slow classes.
But the funny thing is, it was gifted, and then spelling. I was like, why does he spell it at a fucking first grade level? What is the matter with him? I've never been a good speller. Ever.
I went to a trade high school, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We've had this conversation. That's right. You did. That's right. I don't know what you call them in Jersey, but we always called them
Vocab.
Vocab. Yeah, vocab. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Votech, yep.
Who's going to Votech this year? Well, Johnny's going to Votech. It's good stuff.
HVAC. The world needs people like that. Yep.
Everybody needs their freezers worked on, Jake. It's okay.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. So with everything else that we've talked about, I've saved the most important thing for last. There are very few things in this world that can unite people like comedy. However, it could also be divisive. It could also be so divisive that something so controversial that it ends friendships. Family members don't talk to each other for years over things so controversial. And we have one such thing. A debate that has raged for well over a decade, maybe even longer, almost 2 decades, I believe.
Yeah.
Has finally been put to rest. That's right. The Hank Scorpio. Jake, go ahead.
I didn't even know this was a controversy until I read it.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know anyone was talking about it until I read it. But then when I saw how many people were actually freaking out over this, it's great. There's an old episode of The Simpsons, I believe it's called You Only Move Twice or something like that. It was the episode where Homer got a new job and he had a boss, Hank Scorpio. I believe his first name was Hank. And he turned out to be a supervillain. It's one of the greatest episodes of The Simpsons. That's also one of the last great episodes.
They barely even reference it ever.
They never reference it. It's iconic. It's a fantastic episode. It's so good. So many weird things happen, and partway through it, when he moves Homer to this wonderful new house and this wonderful new village that he's living in and all this, he's like, have you ever seen a guy? He throws his shoes out the door and he says, have you ever seen a guy wave goodbye to his shoes? And Homer says, yeah, once. And nobody really thought of anything about it then, but it became a debate of what Homer meant. And there's a problem when people are debating over what fucking Homer Simpson was meaning by something that he said. We're talking about literally the stupidest guy in the history of animated television. He's pretty fucking dumb.
We just saw a mass shooting and the country, and everything's black, white, and issues, and now we have this dividing us,
which is yellow. Yellow.
Yeah, we have yellow and yeah.
But it's so funny. People there's actually forums, countless forums over. Did Homer say yes once because of that he just saw Scorpio throw the shoes, or was he referencing something that he's seen in the past? Even though we've never seen anybody throw their shoes and say goodbye to them on The Simpsons ever, people were still having this debate. And I read some of the forums. It actually is contentious. This is a real fucking thing, which is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But Dan Castanella, the voice of Homer J. Simpson, has put an end to it all. It is finally over.
It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out.
It is a cop-out. It is a cop-out. His quote, he says, the line was improvised. Albert Brooks always improvised whenever he did the show. The line was a reflexive response to Albert's improvised line about seeing a man say goodbye to a shoe. I probably thought it was a previous time, but it is funnier if it means he saw it at the moment. He copped out.
I think it's funnier.
This is such a cop-out.
Because I think it's funnier with the previous time.
Yes.
And I still think it's the previous time.
See, I actually think he was saying that time. Homer's stupid enough to say that.
Well, go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself, now. Jerk.
Yeah, you fucking jackass. Your fucking face and you're fat.
I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of Nerd and the Fuckhead Jerk. Because we're done.
Mm-hmm. Wait till you see my new show, The Jerk.
That's right.
The Jerk and the Nerd.
Steve Martin's coming after your ass, buddy. Steve Martin is coming, or porn sites, they're coming after you. You're done. It's over.
That's right. The Jerk is exactly what it is every single episode.
That's basically.
That's right. But you just see my face as I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's just his face, and that's it. Staring at the camera intensely.
That's right. And it's always live.
It's always live, 24/7.
I'm going to have moderators in there, and Gun Cannon's going to be one. And
Gun Cannon, he would forsake me. He would. I could see it. Everyone turns on me eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably is a problem with me. But because I'm insane, I don't really see it that way. So it's a problem with all of you. It's a problem with all of you. Okay. Those are all the stories I got. Jake, what do you got for me? I know you got a couple of things.
Well, I just saw Larry David's coming back to HBO for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm coming back for season 9. Hasn't that show been off the air for
a long time? Yeah,
like a decade almost, right?
Yeah, I literally just saw it on the news.
Yeah, I saw it earlier today, but I wasn't a huge fan of the show, to be completely honest. I like some of the earlier stuff, but I feel that the show kind of got repetitive because Larry David he's Larry David. I mean, it's just how it is. Absolute genius comedically, don't get me wrong, but it got repetitive for me. But it is kind of cool.
He made a comeback because of Bernie Sanders and SNL.
Is that what? Yeah, he did. He did act. But did you hear him say why he came back? There's a good quote on it.
No, I didn't hear why.
When they asked him why, he said, like Julius Caesar said, which is a great setup to any type of a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
Like Julius Caesar says, I went away, I did nothing, and now I'm back. That's a good line. That's a really good line. That's a line Larry David would come up with. And then shortly after Jerry Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, the speaking of comics, I read an interesting article that said comedy has a white male problem.
Is it you?
Nope.
Oh,
it's not me.
Oh, fuck.
It's Billy Crystal.
And what is that problem?
He's just taking too many damn laughs from all of us.
That's right. He's too damn funny.
Just too damn funny.
Between him and Bill Murray in the world, there's certainly it's almost unfair. It's almost unfair. But it's pretty funny you bring up Billy Crystal because one of the things that we have not talked about yet, because we had the bi-weekly Nerd and the Jerk now, is Muhammad Ali passing. And for those of you who know who the story of Muhammad Ali, you kind of can't tell it without at least a sidetrack to Billy Crystal, which sounds odd until you go look up Billy Crystal doing the epic comedic skit 15 Rounds with the Champ, which if you have not seen, you absolutely need to see. It's great because there's racial undertones. He talks about, the entire skit is him doing the voice of Muhammad Ali and Howard Cosell. It's fucking brilliant. It's really, really good. Billy Crystal, once again, being funny again. Now, with Muhammad Ali's passing, Billy Crystal's still alive, obviously, and he spoke at his funeral. And in typical Billy Crystal fashion, he told this wonderful story about Howard Cosell's funeral. And he was sitting next to Muhammad Ali, which tells you so much about Billy Crystal that at a funeral for Howard Cosell, he sat next to Muhammad Ali. Unfucking believable in and of itself.
Yeah.
It really is incredible. And he tells this great story about how he's sitting next to him and Muhammad says, hey, little brother. He called him little brother, which I totally believe Billy's telling the truth. He says, hey, little brother, do you think that think they buried him with his hairpiece? and Billy says to him, well, no, champ, I don't think they did. And he says, well, how is God going to recognize him then? To which Billy responded, don't worry, champ. The second he opens his the second he opens his mouth, he'll recognize him. And they start laughing in the middle of this funeral like two kids in kindergarten. It's a wonderful story. It really is cool. And it tells you just about how epic Billy Crystal is. And because I promised that I had a Mike Tyson tie-in, do you know who became a last-minute pallbearer for the Muhammad Ali funeral?
Iron Man Mike Tyson.
That's fucking right! Tied it home, baby. We brought the whole fucking thing full circle. We're good. We're really good at what we do.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
3 shows, 3 Mike Tyson references. Good night.
Good fucking night. By the way, this is my favorite show we've done yet. This has been fun.
Yeah, it was. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but then we just got rolling and it was good.
It's because Tutal was here. Tutal is the reason for all my success. He'll tell you. Don't believe me? Ask him. He'll tell you.
He's also humble, right?
Very humble. Muhammad Ali humble, one would say. I mean, that's how humble he really is. Fun show tonight, man. I hope you guys enjoyed in the chat. Thanks for everybody who stuck around for a majority of it. We got up to almost 20 at one point, which was great. I hope you guys share this around and talk about what we did on the show this week, because I think it's a really good show. And we're
Make it viral, because we need 400,000 and Dave needs new gaming systems.
I need new gaming setup. I need money. I'm sorry. It's just reality. That's why I'm doing this whole fat thing, because I'm hoping I'll become the next fat guy star. You know, I'm hoping, especially when I lose all this weight. You're going to have to lose weight to catch up with me, man, because I'm going to lose so much fucking weight. You're going to be like, oh my God, I've got to keep up with him. Or you're just going to continue to eat your cheeseburgers and fuck me. It's like, nope, go ahead. Actually, you've been losing weight. You've been on a diet.
Trying to, a little bit.
I've said that before. A little bit.
Yeah, just a smidge. I'm watching people on the news eat pizza. So, and now I want fucking pizza. To be fair, it's Pix 11 news. So if you know anything about this type of news, it is like the fucking JV team of newscasters.
Which is the best, because it's got to be funny. Yeah. It's got to be good.
Oh, God, it is hysterical. This is the 10 o'clock news, and they're fucking eating pizza and laughing. There was a shooting in Orlando, you assholes.
There's not something more topical you can talk about, you dicks?
Yeah. We know New York has great pizza.
Move on. There are people fucking dead in Orlando. You can't enjoy pizza now.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Fucking assholes. But Jake, as always, man, thank you very much. Absolutely killed it. It was a lot of fun. Yep. We probably should have went live when Muhammad Ali died. Probably should have. And then maybe even when Gordie Howe died. I mean, maybe we could have. We probably could have came on and talked about those things, but we didn't.
We should. Nope.
We didn't. But maybe sometime in the future we will. We'll also try to incorporate
the next time they die, we'll go on.
The next time they die, absolutely, 100%, no question. In virtual reality, when they die, we'll make a news story of it. But we're also going to try to incorporate more phone calls into the show from now on as well.
Yeah.
But we've done an hour and a half tonight. I think that's pretty much good. So
yeah, it's good. And
it's pretty good stuff. So thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. Go ahead and tell the kids where they can find you if they want to catch you on Twitter.
Hey, at Jake Lane Comedy. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me anywhere. And, I don't really tweet that much, but if you tweet to me, I'll tweet you back. And, what I do tweet is offensive.
Yes.
Sometimes. So.
Yes, it is. It is. But it's
hilarious. Yeah, it is. Like I said, my last tweet, I think, was about Gordie Howe. It goes, just to show you how brutal the game of hockey is. We just lost a former player at the ripe young age of 88 years old.
That's right. That's
he
how.
Could have lived to 90.
Go ahead.
He could have lived to 90.
Could have, but that damn CTE. Holy,
yeah.
He didn't wear a fucking helmet, if I'm not mistaken. Jesus Christ.
No.
Gordie Howe's like, helmets are for pussies, you bitch. There you go. So, Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Nerd and the Jerk, which is on Bet on Dave Productions. Hope you had a fun time. Like, subscribe, and share. As always, we're almost at 2,500 subs, and you guys can get us there. So thank you very much for that. And we'll see you next time, man. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends or a fucking Jake Link, folks. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.
Later, guys.